Hello, hello.
Now it
Check, check.
works. Yep,
All
yep.
right.
Awesome. It might have been me actually.
Shaw's.
Something's
Well,
going on there every now and then. I blame Windows drivers for everything.
yeah, yeah.
That must be it. But now it's working finally. Hell
All
yeah.
right.
You know
Hello,
what's
hello.
funny? I was talking with Ilya Kuvshinov. It's a guy I had on like 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's like super popular on Instagram, and he told me that right after we finished recording the podcast, his Skype started acting up because he
Oh,
had a call with like a friend right after, and literally like every 15 seconds, the Skype would basically stop, and like
oh.
for like in intervals. 10 seconds of working and then 5 seconds of like silence,
You got Skype
like
aids.
is like a little yikes,
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, how's it going? How's everything on your end?
It's good. It's good. Doing a lot of personal work lately. Trying to get out a ton of different ideas. A lot of written projects. So just trying to bang those out.
Yeah, yeah, it's keeping busy, huh?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Keeping
Keeping
busy.
busy.
Let's maybe introduce yourself a little bit because I'm familiar with your work. I'm pretty sure quite a bunch of people that are joining us live are familiar with your work as well. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lost soul that will stumble upon, this podcast and like, who is Patrick? Who is this guy? So yeah, let's maybe talk about who you are a little bit. What you do,
Yeah.
just give like a brief introduction, all that good stuff.
All right, cool. Well, I'm based out here in LA, so I primarily came from fashion design. So that's where most of my career has been. I did start doing concept art like way, way, way back in the day, but once I moved out to LA, I kind of landed in fashion design, and it was super good gig. So I kind of took that opportunity and kind of quit drawing for a while. And I wish I had never done that because it kind of set me back in this industry years. But I was living life back then. It was good. So so yeah, I kind of went that route. But
So
it
what exactly in fashion? Like, what did you do in the fashion industry? Because like to me, fashion is there's certain aura around fashion industry that there's a good and the bad. Let's say, like the good, which is like, oh, it's something new, it's something that I'm not familiar with. It seems like you can design pretty interesting stuff, and obviously there are differences between like high fashion and like garment designs for brands like Nike or something.
yeah, for sure.
um but but then there's you always hear those stories from like how corrupt or like weird this environment is. It's similar when you ask someone who is a photographer. They tell you like all the good and all the bad, and like you see some similarities but also like the differences between the industries.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, what got you into fashion in the first place?
I kind of lucked out getting into it because at the time I was living in Colorado, and
Mm-hmm.
I was working at a group home. So I was trying to put my portfolio together and working with mentally disabled people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole another thing that kind of helps you understand psychology. You could bring that into concept art as well.
Right. Right.
We touch on that a little bit later, but so during that time, I was looking to move out to LA, the Long Beach area, because I have a bunch of buddies that are in the music industry, and I
Mm-hmm.
was I was working on music production. So that's really what I wanted to do. I kind of come from a hip hop background
Mm-hmm.
in the late '90s, early 2000s, and so I wanted to make music. And so I was just looking for a job, any job. And I had been working at a screen printer in Colorado, and I found a gig on Craigslist, and it ended up being a company called Monarchy Collection. They're defunct now, but back then they were blowing up, and
Mm-hmm.
so I got hired as a illustrator doing watercolors, watercolor paintings for them, and
Gotcha.
yeah, so I landed that gig, and then it was my first time out here in LA, and I was beige khakis and a white T-shirt, out here in LA, and I was sitting next to all these designers, and like the artistic level in the fashion industry is like super low compared to concept art.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been studying concept art on my own, through the Fang DVDs. That's how long ago it was. And so like I saw what these guys were doing. I'm like, I can do that. I could do that. So I just started doing it, like in between doing these illustrations,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and they noticed it. They're like, well, move them up to this department, move them up to this department, and so I just kind of picked it up. It was I just learned by looking at what these guys were doing, and thinking like this guy isn't more creative than me, because a lot of those employees, they came out at like FITM or like a similar college, so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of they're all from the same mold, and so I was coming from the perspective of hip hop and concept art. So
Mm-hmm.
like when I was designing a jacket, I would look at like trains or something with that shape, and then I would add these lines to the patterns, and it was just something brand new.
Right.
And in this company, they were only using Illustrator. So like I introduced Photoshop into the screen printing and using a tablet, and it blew their minds, But concept art, it was just kind of like that's old news.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna capitalize on this, So I started just try to do cut and sew, and I picked it up real quick, and that was the first like concept motorcycle jacket that I did, the women's. If you go to the fashion design on the website,
Let's
it,
see. Costume, fashion. There you go.
yeah, yeah, it should be under there. And
Sidem or no, like resistance.
the resistance, yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
that was the original jacket, and I kind of did that on my off time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was for a fashion show, and so it was like the last look that walked out on the catwalk, and it got some attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, this is hot, so I'm gonna kind of pursue this, So the next jacket that I did was I did another female jacket, and then I did my motorcycle jacket, and that's really how I got into concept art, because that's what caught Ash's eye for the Lost Boy project.
Right. Yeah. We'll talk about that for sure because I remember you've done some work with Ash, and that's how I actually found out about yourself.
Hmm.
But did you? So, question. It seems like it was a little bit of luck, and then also a little bit of I call luck being able to spot an opportunity when it presents itself in front of you.
Yeah,
So let's just call it that. Uh, but obviously before you started working there and and showing your skills, like the fact that you use Photoshop and tablet. What year was that, by the way? Just
that
to
was '07,
2007.
2007. Yeah,
Yeah. So that was the time where I guess I remember like the Wacom tablets were just getting like good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they were just like started to get really good.
yeah.
Um, uh, but you obviously had to have some training before that, right? Or did you learn everything just by picking up skills, just like being curious? I'm curious, like, did you go through any training when it comes to illustration, art in general, or this is something that you were picking up on your own time?
Yeah, I was just picking it up on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go to school for it. Later, like maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I took a couple classes at Red Engine, and recently, end of last year, I took a like a 1 month with John Park,
Hmm.
but that's about the extent of my education. So like I mentioned, I was in the hip hop culture, so I was doing a lot of graffiti,
Right.
and I think that really it helps with like your balancing shapes. So I think it did help with um, just balancing items within a frame. Because you got a wall, and then you want to communicate a certain story through it. So
Mm.
a lot of guys that I was painting with, they were like taggers, or they would just do their piece. But I like to do whole walls, so I like to design it. So, but no, actually, I did go to college. That I forget, but that was back in '95, and it was a graphic design school. So we were
Right.
working on Photoshop 3, I think it was. So so yeah, there was no power to it, and that was really the first time that I got sat in front of a computer. Like our high schools didn't have it, and it just gave me the opportunity to work on a computer. So, but the school was terrible. Like the teachers were on coke, and it was a bunch of jargon.
Yeah,
So,
that's terrible, dude.
yeah, yeah, it was good. It was out in Arizona, super hot. So,
Yeah.
but that was like a 15-month program. It's similar to like a DeVry or a Brooks College type thing.
Hmm. Yeah, it
So,
seems to me that in US specifically, the only there's only like very few reputable places that people refer to when they actually get where they actually get proper education. Like one of them would be obviously Art Center, and then more recently Noman School. Those are like, and I think there's like few more spots in the U.S., but I'm just not familiar or don't remember the names. But there's few spots that give you a decent education. But by the way, newsflash, my and I think I've said this before, and I'm pretty sure you would agree with this, Patrick. I'm actually curious to hear your opinion, but to me, like the amount of money you have to spend to actually get that education makes absolutely no sense. And I actually have friends that went through art center or different colleges. They got like a pretty decent, not only not the degree, let's put it this way, but training, right? They got good training to get enough skill set to actually work in the industry. And pretty much every single person, with maybe few exceptions. And I know a lot of people that went through like regular, going to art college education route. Vast majority of them would say I was like I could have gone to the same spot I'm in right now without having $100,000 debt.
yeah, yeah, I agree with that 100%. So
Yeah.
I didn't go to any of these schools, so and I don't know if it would have made me any better than I am now. You
Right.
Because you can pick it up. Like if one thing that like a hurdle for me is because I didn't go to a school, I don't have like a group of friends that I came up with.
Hmm.
So learning off of each other is, I mean, that's how you learn.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course.
that's kind of the basis of how Learn Squared began, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was back in those days when me and Ash were like, I mean, we're still kind of do the same stuff all the time, but we would go back and forth about learning new stuff, and then that's where the whole idea of like, oh, like, hmm, what if,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Your
where it all came from.
buddy makes a mistake, so you learn it before you make the mistake, and then
Yeah,
you fast track your learning.
exactly. And like I'm personally, I'm completely self-taught. I've told this story many times too. I was supposed to be an electrician. I went to college. I dropped out after like half a year. Um, and I was on the path of just being a regular worker in like workforce. Like I would just probably work as a clerk or something like that. Like who knows? Maybe I would have been an electrician if I worked hard and study hard. But that job like wouldn't pay me much more than just being a clerk, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Um
yeah.
but
Coming out of Colorado, like there's no creative jobs in at least in the city that I was in.
mhm.
So, I mean, I was working at screen printers, and working like the low level jobs, cleaning screens, So that was there's no opportunity there. So I knew I had to get out of there, or else I'd be trying to position myself to get a job at the Target warehouse,
Mhm.
which you don't want to do. So yeah, I was lucky to get out here and land in a good spot in the fashion industry.
Yeah. That feels like yeah, you found your little spot, but eventually it changed, right? Cuz like you decided to leave that and pursue concept art instead.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a little bit later because I was still I didn't know exactly where I wanted to be because I was doing a lot of Photoshop painting and a
Mhm.
lot of sketching. I was a better sketcher than I was a painter, but when I picked up 3D, then I was like, this is the tool that I need to realize these designs that I have. So it completely changed the way that I work. That was about 5 years ago. I started modeling.
Right.
So, but before we get too far into that fashion industry stuff, it's true like the how greasy it can be. Because I got to a point where after that company, I moved on to do R&D for Affliction,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like a musclehead brand. It's totally not my style, but it was a great job. It was super fun. So they allowed me to just create anything that I wanted, and then we would pull it back for consumer goods.
The Affliction, right? It's the UFC stuff, the early UFC.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, yeah.
I was there. It was that high point, and they were having their own league. They were building their
Mhm.
own league. So we had fighters come in all the time. We had a fighter come in and train us. That was like one of the perks. We clock out at 4 o'clock and go train for an hour on
That's
the
cool.
yeah. So they had a complete octagon and everything set up in the warehouse. So it was fun. And then after that, one of the owners, he got kicked out because this dude was just wiling out, crazy wiling out. This is one of the stories, and so he started a new company and he wanted me to go with him, and he was like, it's like fine, I'll leave, but I'm taking Nino with me. I'm like, bro, leave me out of this, like I don't want no part of this. But then Affliction, they had a bunch of a new CEO, and they came and cleaned house,
Mhm.
and they were getting rid of all the top tier designers and trying to bring the pricing down so they could get bigger distribution. And so I knew it was going to be the end of that. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go with this guy, and he was wilding out, um, and I was this guy's right hand man. And so like all the dirty shit that he did, I had to kind of be witness to and kind of make some of it happen.
Mm.
So I mean, I never did anything too crazy like this guy, but he's not with us today. So he would like lift weights and smoke and drink and all at the same time, and he was just living fast. And I forget what their tagline is: "Live fast, die quick," or something like that.
Right, 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 right. Yeah.
But he was that dude. So
Mm.
full of tattoos. Look, he rode motorcycles until he started drinking 12 Cadillac margaritas a day.
that's that's pretty intense.
Yeah, but it was pretty wild, and you got to grease buyers, to like to get into distribution. It's pretty it's hard to get in
Mhm.
because everybody has their contacts, and nobody wants to share them. It's different than concept art. A lot of people, they share tools, ideas. In that industry, nobody wants to share nothing with you, and they'll even set you up for failure so they get in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty cutthroat, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and there's only a limited amount of manufacturers domestically, so nobody wants to share these manufacturers, because manufacturers are like, well, we're making money because we're doing this certain technique on this style, so I could take that technique and sell it to this customer for
Hmm.
twice the money, you know. So it's pretty gnarly, like on all levels. So and then towards the end of that, like I left that company and started my own line,
Hmm.
and that was it's rough owning your own business, especially in that industry. And right when I was doing that was when the economy hit the dirt.
Right, 2008, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be like
Uh,
mid 2008. Yeah.
so I kind of got out of it, and I was like, man, I don't want to be in this business anymore. You know,
Hmm.
and at the same time, my daughter was just about ready to be born, so I was like, no, I'm just gonna take a little time off, and then I was working on some more music at the time, just helping out with the pregnancy for a while, and then I got back into another fashion company, but I knew that was going to be short lived. You know, the fashion industry, a lot of young people, and so I don't want to be an older guy in that industry. It leads to nowhere, you know, unless you own a brand or you own a
Hmm.
manufacturing. You're it's going to get old.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take these couple classes at Red Engine and just on my spare time just go towards this industry. You know, it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. So
Yeah, that's an interesting topic because you're actually quite older than me. Um, I'm not like much older, but to an average person working in or trying to work in the industry or finding excuses not to want to work but really not want to put the effort in, there's this ongoing conversation that, oh, like you see all those kids being 15 and 16 and doing this awesome work that you can find whether on the ArtStation or social media, and they're killing it, but I'm already older and there's no way I can get into that industry anymore. I'm too old, too rusty. Those kids are faster than me. There's no way I can compete, you know. But you work in the industry, and you've joined it pretty late, like considering,
yeah,
because you're like a little bit over 40, right?
yeah, yeah,
So 2007, 8 is when you started like seriously thinking about going into entertainment. And granted, you already had some experience. Whether it's the fashion industry or not, it's still considered experience. Because you were doing a line of work that was somewhat connected to what entertainment design would be. Um, but like going serious in 2008, so that's 10 years. So like you were over 30, right? When
yeah,
you
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like
When I
if
start when I started like seriously thinking about getting back into it, it was 2015, six, no, 14, 15.
okay, yeah, so you were like approaching that 40 years old mark.
Yeah, yeah.
Um and that's like it's kind of crazy, but that's not really old at all.
No,
uh
it's I don't feel old at all.
yeah, yeah. But like the perception, right? Like you see those kids, those young kids, those young wolves,
Yeah, yeah.
young hungry wolves. Um, but you have a different perspective on this, and I'm curious to hear it. Curious to hear it. How did you approach that subject, and like, did you ever like got that um, perception from others that like, oh, like you need to be young to learn?
No, not at all. Not at
Mm-hmm.
all. And so like if I mean I could beat up a 15-year-old, you know, so why can't I beat up at this, you know? So
Right.
because I think a lot of thing that gets lost in that conversation is okay. Take for instance, like in the hip hop world, you got these young DJs, you
Mm-hmm.
know, these young kids are like 8, and everybody's like, oh, that's so cool, that's so cool. And for me, I'm like, that's so lame. You know, like an 8-year-old could do that. You know, so it's time to put the bar up.
Right.
So to me, it's looking at it from I guess from above because I'm older, I guess. But like we mentioned a little bit before we started talking, like the these kids, they're growing up with what's popular these days. That the Marvel movies, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
this is their input. So my input was a lot different, and those inputs were like fundamental. They were fresh at the time, and now like some of the movies coming out or some of the projects, it's like the pipeline's already been built. So it's just like, okay, put another hamburger on the conveyor belt and then dress it up with lettuce, no mayo this time.
And ranch.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots
So
of ranch.
yeah, so it kind of becomes conveyor belt, mass produced stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, like the movies I'm talking about, it's like okay, come to your neighbor's barbecue pit. He has once a month. And then you get this full flavor. You talk about it, and everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is kind of how I view like the movie making. And it could be applied to fundamentals, comic books. It could be applied to anything, really.
Right. The
So
saturation was not there. I mean,
yeah,
the amount of content produced was not as intense
yeah,
or as mass produced as it is today. I think the ratio between good and bad is kind of same all the time. I would have to see like some good data on this, but you know, it seems to me that if you consider like the modern day, like let's just talk cinema for now,
mm,
just like narrow it down because you can talk about vast industries in this topic, but just narrowing down to cinema, like you might say, oh my god, there's like just so many bad movies
mm,
out there, like not worth watching. Yeah, of course you can go, with popcorn and enjoy the experience of just seeing something, but you forget what you saw like a
yeah,
week
yeah,
later. And it's very rare. It's very rarely that you see like a good movie, but then there are those good movies happening. Like
yeah,
there's at least few titles in a year that are really good. Back in the days, it would be like one good film in a year, maybe two,
mm,
but you would still have a mass of garbage as well.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you would, because back in the '80s, like when some of the horror movies were coming out, like they were super good, like the Freddy Kruegers and the Jasons and all that. But
Right.
then same cycle happened, which happened recently in the industry. Like everybody started going like more gory, more special effects, more blood, more body parts, and it got
Hmm.
boring. So that's when that cycle kind of died off. And like the more recently, like Jurassic Park, that was groundbreaking stuff. And then once people started using CG and doing it again and again and again, we're at the end of that same
Right.
end of the '80s cycle.
Yeah, I remember like specifically Jurassic Park. It's kind of interesting because when you look at original Jurassic Park and compare it to the newest,
Hmm.
the Jurassic World,
Yeah,
like Jurassic Park CG looks goddamn good. I mean, it falls apart in places. Obviously, it's aging, but there's some scenes that you cannot tell if it's CG or not,
yeah, yeah,
just because of the way it's shot. And I feel because on the technical level, it was more difficult. Like I almost feel like the good parts, like the beauty of movie making, or like those gems were forged in that struggle of finding the
yeah.
good balance of like craftsmanship and then the struggle to actually
Yeah.
get your vision across.
So they were building the pipeline, right? Because it hadn't been done yet. So
Right.
these were chefs working on it. So as soon as they figured out how to conveyor belt it, and then they just put in a bunch of $12 an hour employees on it, like it loses the struggle. You can't feel that struggle to overcome or to achieve this kind of.
Yeah, to get out of that mold of
Yeah,
familiarity. And
yeah,
it's so easy to fall into it right now because tools and technology right now is so accessible.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you can get, your smartphone, get like a little lens attachment to it, and literally go filmmaking with it,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is bananas basically. Like,
Yeah.
considering like how much the prime lenses and stuff like that cost, and how much, films would spend on crew, like the budgets of some of those movies were impossible, but I
Yeah.
feel like the general idea here is that, there would be a struggle of the friction that you would have to go through in order to achieve something that is great, and it
Yeah.
would work out sometimes it wouldn't, but there would always be a friction. Whereas I feel like a lot of times today, and like, very good movies, they go through that friction, and then when you watch the behind the scenes, you're like surprised, this is how they did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I remember watching behind the scenes for Dark Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this scene towards the, like, I think it's like a second or third act of the movie, when they do the chase in the city and underground, and then there's this whole sequence with this giant truck that is just flipped over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, your first impression is that this has to be CG. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way they did it. Like, they pulled off CG here really well. And then you watch behind the scenes, and they actually did it on the street. It's
Yeah.
like, holy crap! Like, how'd they do that? And like, how amazing it looks,
Mm-hmm.
But that just comes to that idea of like finding, how to do it, and then make it really impressive without just regurgitating, the ideas that are already there.
Yeah, and relying on a tool that that can do it. Whether
Mhm.
rather than getting on set and like, okay, I got this truck, I need to figure out how to flip this thing. So then your brain gets thinking in a different direction rather than we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That
That's
that
the worst. We'll fix it in post.
so
Yeah.
and with all these new tools and stuff, you're picking the vegetables too early, before you really learn the style,
Mhm.
because I think a lot of the problems of regurgitated stuff is the style. There's some people that they just reek of style, and those are the guys that are super impressive, and they stand out compared to people that are just learning the tools and doing the tutorials, and then they just kind of lean in that direction.
Mhm.
So if you have no tools, or you have to figure it out the hard way, then you're kind of creating your own style because you have to make it happen with limited resources.
Yeah.
So like even like filmmaking, I don't like I'm not a tech junkie, and like I don't care what the tool is. And I think I said it on one of Ash's posts before. It's like, you don't got to be the best, you just got to be the freshest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what the best means, right? Because like,
Yeah.
just being good at rendering, that doesn't mean you're the best. That
Yeah.
means you're just good at rendering.
Yeah, for sure. And
Um.
to take this another step further too is if you train without the best tools, and you develop a style, you develop a following, and you're in demand, then once you get that opportunity to use these polished tools, then your shit's gonna look twice as better. And you're gonna be like, wow, this guy really stepped up his stuff, and that it's kind of like under promising, over delivering,
Mhm. Yeah.
because you're able to make something fresh with a limited amount of tools or resources. But then once you get that stuff, then you can really make it shine, and you'll have a better idea of how it works. For instance, doing music production, the style of music production that I did was like, I had to set every drum, but like nowadays the tools, they're just as technology forward as the concept art tools. So like you program your drums, and if you're off, like hitting your pads, it'll put it in place for you.
Yeah.
So it'll like auto level it to you for you if you want to compare. And so when you rely on the tool to do that, you don't really understand how the math is working for placing drums in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
But once you learn how these drums are working, you could manipulate it in a way that maybe you won't think if you're just programming a beat.
Right, and you lose that 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 imperfection that goes into
Yep.
the like the regular normal placing of instrument, versus programming. I remember, you can get to very impressive levels, but once you get a little bit of information on how things work, then you start to dissect how they work, and you can notice, like with music, you can notice whether it's a real or not real instrument. And by the way, like I think most, correct me if I'm wrong, but like even if you're sampling, it's usually sampling a very good recording of the instrument anyways, right? It will be almost like the music where you're sampling is basically like kid bashing in Photoshop or in 3D basically.
In a way, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends what you're going after. I mean, you could. Everybody's always looking for that clarity, but there's not always focus and clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could get the tone or the feeling that you want with something that's dirty.
Yeah.
So a lot of like when I'm kind of explaining like my style, whether it be music or concept art, um, I kind of quote "Old Dirty Bastard." Isn't something new; it's something old and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what makes it fresh, because everybody's trying to achieve this polish, but I don't know if that's the focus that I want to get to. Like once the opportunity comes, it'll get there. But I'm not trying to shoot for that right now, because I think there's so much more you can learn in the muck than you can from being above the water. It's that iceberg analogy.
Yeah. 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 We kind of steered off topic actually with this, but that's good. But yeah, like so you were joining, like you were going into the industry, like on a serious matter, thinking about entertainment. Let's say 2014, right? It would be
Yeah.
that. Yeah, 2014 is already a year where the tools were like readily available everywhere, right?
Mhm.
And so, like, what was your approach? And I think this is a good, not only just like description of how you got to a place you are in, because you already have few projects under your belt,
Mhm.
um, but it might be a good information for those folks that are overwhelmed, where when you look at joining an industry, and like when you go, let's say, on ArtStation, and the default of what it's expected of you just to be in the industry is already pretty high.
Mhm.
Like, it's very easy to get discouraged and look at the craft as like, oh my god, this I'm
Yeah.
never gonna I cannot draw, yet alone like render in 3D.
Mhm.
um what was your, like, uh I guess, mental approach to the subject? Because like learning tools and finding resources, that's something that as arguably everyone should be able to do. Like, if you wanna work in this industry, in entertainment, like if you cannot figure out a simple thing like finding tutorials and
Mhm.
just being like resourceful enough to, like, once you watch a tutorial, not just to stop and ask stupid question like, oh, what brush did you use? That's the
Yeah.
that's the one that should be like on everyone's t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
um but like finding, like, you stumble upon a problem, and then you do a research to find the answer, right? Like, that's an ability that you have to have, because once you work with clients, they'll ask you to do the changes. If you're not resourceful to find answer to simple questions,
Mhm.
then you're not going to be resourceful enough to find answer to more complex ones. But Like, how did you approach this mentally? Uh, you know, just this like I'm kind of lost. I don't know what to do. Uh, you know.
No, I always knew that I wanted to go in this direction. The fashion thing was a kind of just an additional chapter to the book, but
Mm-hmm.
um, looking at how I could integrate into the industry is like if you're learning tutorials, if you're trying to get to a certain place, you have a goal in mind, and you're asking, how can I get there?
Yeah.
And so everybody's on that same path. So what is the missing part of that path? What are the questions that people aren't asking? So I looked at whatever I was exposed to, and I'm thinking, okay, think of the negative. What's missing? Not where do I want to go, but what's missing, and then that's where I can capitalize. So it's kind of I always approach things from a negative standpoint, asking the different question. Because once you ask a certain question, then how could you ask that question differently and use different words? Because once you use different words, then you'll be able to approach it from a slightly different angle,
Mm-hmm.
and because it just makes a broader sense. And being in different industries, you would ask that same question in from a different direction, whether you're in production or you're in design. So, like in fashion industry, a designer would ask a certain question a certain way, and then the production they'd say ask the same question, but from the back end because they have to produce it from the back end.
Right. Yeah.
So just seeing what was out there, and okay, somebody solved this question. Like the Vitali's, of course, the easy um, example. Like he's already solved that question. Okay, so don't go that route because you ain't gonna beat this guy. So that path is not a path you want to go down. So
Yeah, like when you go on art state again, art state. I'm
yeah,
gonna say art station. Imagine art because art station right now is the biggest platform, right? Before it was CG Hub. So like if
yeah,
we were having this conversation like 6 years ago, it was like going on CG Hub. Um, but yeah, like going on that platform, you watch basically what's being posted, and
yeah,
it's the 5, 10, maybe 20 like the outliers that are leading the
mhm,
pack, like the leaders of the pack,
yeah.
and then all the copycats,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So in my design, I don't try to go down any of those paths, and I think I do have a little bit different language than people out there.
Mm-hmm.
At least the ones that are not on top tier yet.
Right. And just quick disclaimer before we continue. Like I'm not saying that's just because like people are copying that's wrong. But if
No,
the,
you got to learn.
yeah, of course. But the point is like people oftentimes find that that's good enough and then they stop. I guess
Yeah,
that was the point I was trying to get across.
and they want to be successful at that point. But it doesn't really develop them,
Mm-hmm.
as an individual or their style. So I mean, I've always written a lot of stories. So a lot of um, what I design has that in mind, of it being in an actual film or moving. Because for instance, like the Lost Boy bike, it was super science fiction. But then when I started doing my other bikes, like I grounded them because I
Yeah.
wanted to make them look like they could be buildable. So I mean, I try to approach it from a totally different direction, and it's being an older guy too. Just knowing if you ask a question, you got to ask that question in a different way, and you'll always get a different answer. You ask the same question to different people of different fields, they're going to answer it differently. So why wouldn't you ask yourself those kinds of questions? To get a broader view of what your goal is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tricky one because like I think if you're trying to learn, it's so easy to get into that trap because like obviously the first thing you do is if you're trying to learn something, you're trying to learn it on different levels, and people tend to focus on the technical level mostly, and sometimes completely forgetting that there is the other aspect of it, like you're finding your own language and design.
Stop.
And yeah, and you know, like uh, everyone, I think even like the best in the industry caught themselves doing that, where you're getting so obsessed about how things are done that you forget that what's the reason for them to be done that way in the first place, you know?
It's an easy trap, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I find myself actually being in that trap every now and then. I try to avoid it as much as I can. So like, there's certain like, I guess aspects that I found myself to be really interested with, to explore and find it to be my own language or my own voice in the industry, right?
Hmm.
Um, but then like there's, when you follow like the killers, like the best in the industry,
Hmm.
what like not even the industry, but like absolute savages when it comes to the craftsmanship and you know intelligence and dedication towards the design and creativity. There's just only a handful of people like that, whether it's in the CGI or photography or filmmaking,
Hmm.
you name it. It's so easy to get in that trap. Like I love what they are doing,
Hmm.
and I want to kind of like see if I can do it myself as well.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think also too in context, if you're working on commercial stuff, that may be what they need, you know. So if you're doing that for so long, you know, it's going to rub off a little bit, you know. But if you're doing your own projects, then I think that's where you need to kind of
right? Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
let your
Commercial
marinate.
work is commercial work. At the end of the day, you're doing it to get paid,
Mm.
and make a living, obviously. And then every now and then you're gonna have that project that is like, this is the one that I can shine in.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so you approach it with the idea of, okay, I have the tools. They're readily available everywhere,
Mm.
so that's a pretty no brainer to pick them up, and it's pretty easy to find which tools are good to pick up like at the very moment. Because
Mm.
like, why would you learn Mari if you're gonna be a concept artist? If you're just gonna do concept art, there's no reason for you to learn Mari.
Yeah, yeah.
For instance. But you approach it in a way like, I want to find uh if I can have my own language in this industry, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I also did R&D, so it's kind of it's product design. So you're not thinking of and I'm not thinking about learning. I'm not talking about learning. I'm talking about like realizing an idea or a project. You know,
Mm-hmm.
learning all aside because that's kind of that you've already done that. You know, so now it's applying what you've learned to projects.
Right.
And so because I was in the fashion industry, I was a product designer. You know, this thing has to ship. So how is this product going to affect the consumer? You know, to get maximum units sold. You know, so you for me, I had to approach it like psychology. How is this, whether it be a color palette for the season or oversized hoodies, you know, how is it going to be received?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then from there, it's kind of a psychological game. Like, how could I manipulate this to be creative? And because everybody's trying to still sell that product for that season, so how can I use psychology a little bit to manipulate those ideas? You know, and just move it in a slightly different direction that gives me an edge. So it's not just learning the tools, it's how to apply it. And like all the past experiences that I've had with other opportunities of employment, you know, you learn a little bit here and there from everything. So like especially working at the group home with these mentally disabled people, you know, like they wear everything on their sleeves. You know, so you see the way that they move with
Mm-hmm.
a certain sound or a certain color palette, you know, and then you try that out on normal people, you know, if you want to call them that, and you see how it reacts, you know, and then I'll put that into the design as well, like these little subtle tricks. If you read any of the stuff on my website describing these projects, there's like a deep mythology and history behind these things for a certain outcome. You know, I want it to be a certain style or communicate a certain
Mm-hmm.
characteristic of a character or a robot. So I'll put in this old stuff, and maybe you've heard it a long time ago that you don't remember, because like when I was doing music production, I would use old big band, like Tom and Jerry type sounds, but it struck a chord, like it was familiar somehow.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So I try to do that same type of thing with my design as well.
Yeah, I mean when you're designing, if you can find a way to do to find a language that basically builds from like everything from scratch, basically,
Hmm.
that's pretty impressive, and that happens so rare.
Hmm.
Like even if you consider the greatest bands, like music bands in the world, like they base their invention on something that already existed,
Yeah, yeah.
in most cases. But then, like every now and then, like every 50 year or like every 20 years, there's gonna be this one band that finds something, that finds the instruments and and the way of delivering music in a way that you've never heard before,
Hmm.
and then it's like, wow,
Yeah. And,
uh
and those are ideas. Those aren't tools. Those are ideas.
yeah, exactly. Like the tools are there, but then so like you brought up a pretty interesting point. It's like you learn a tool, and you get to know how to use it, but then you're not stopping there. You're trying to sort of like R&D your way to see if there's any creative way of using that tool or developing its use towards something that no one's ever seen.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's where you get those moments of like, that's where you get to actually express yourself, your own originality in a
Yeah.
way, right?
And,
Even
and
though it might be inspired by something that's already existing, but you might be trying to approach that topic from like completely different perspective, which
yeah,
adds this extra twist or different angle or different feel to your expression.
it's application, and I don't see too. It's so like learning based that it's not application based. For instance, when we were talking earlier about the jackets, like I was researching trains and missiles and stuff to get patterns for sleeves on jackets.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just using these tube shapes, but okay, where can I get different ideas? So I use my background in concept art and how to do concept art and applied that into the fashion world, and it was a new take. You know,
Yeah.
so applying it is it's it's important, to stay fresh.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, there's always going to be projects where you started and it's like it's never like every single thing you start and do is going to be a hit, that it
Hmm.
rarely ever happens, but the more you try, you eventually find that one hit, and then you can move to another one, It's like
Yeah,
with photography, like when you go, I guess there's different schools of photography, but normally you're never set up to make just one photo and you're done, right? Even if you do a photo session, you for sure is gonna take more than one photo to capture the right moment, right?
mm,
And your photo shoot might end up being just okay, like it's just gonna be okay, but
yeah,
then sometimes you'll catch this very whimsical moment by just sheer accident, not accident but preparation, and then being there at the right time at the right place with the right people, or with the
mm,
right lighting or whatever that would be, and then you capture it, and then it just becomes like a stamp in a time that is like it's gonna be remembered, because it stands out. But you're never gonna get there if you're not doing the repetition, if you're not trying and failing eventually.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm curious how you ended up working with Ash, because like we've been talking about costumes,
Mm,
um, and I know you've helped Ash on like quite a few aspects of his film Lost Boy.
yeah, yeah. So with Lost Boy, he had posted online that they were gonna work on Lost Boy as a short film.
Mm-hmm.
And when he posted that, I sent him all my jackets, and I was like, hey, you could use these if you want to use them. I wasn't even thinking in the mind space of I'm going to work on the project. I was like,
Right.
you could use these props if you want to. And I even offered him my motorcycle. Because at that time, like I didn't really know what the Lost Boy world was going to look like. But I have a pretty interesting looking cafe racer, so I was like, you could use any of this stuff if you want. And he says, okay, we'll be in touch. He got back to me. And then about a year later, he posted that he got greenlit. So he hit me up, and I said again, like, hey, you could use these. And he goes, no, we need 2 costumes made, and you got a month. And I'm like, shit, because they're intense costumes, and I was
Yeah.
working 18-hour days I was drinking, I was doing all kinds of shit, to get these things done. And but they came out really well. So that was
Yeah, dude, they look legit.
yeah,
They
yeah,
look legit.
yeah. So it was super fun project, and they gave me budget for the costumes, but they as I was talking with Ash, he mentioned they were going to go film in Spain, and I'm like, I gotta go, and so I mentioned it to Post Panic, and they're like, no, it's not in the budget, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna, like we talked earlier, I'm gonna build this opportunity, and make an opportunity, and being able to capitalize on this happened twice on this film, and so I came in $1,300 under budget, and I was like, I didn't spend all this money, so just give me a plane ticket, and I made a video of how to put on the girl's costume, and it was I forget what it was. It's like a 18-piece costume that has to go on in a certain order, or else it's
Mm-hmm.
going to look wonky. So I made the video, and I sent it to them, and they're like, just have them come, because it was too so I was like,
Yeah,
shit,
you
yeah.
did it on purpose. Like, let's just make it so that they struggle.
Totally.
Yeah,
So,
they pay my trip.
but I was able to get out there and be on set stylist, and just help out with the production on set, and it's awesome experience. And so once quick story, the men's costume, like when I was flying out there, I flew in the day after the Paris bombings.
Oh,
So
damn.
yeah, I was flying into Paris and then out to Spain, and so I'm carrying this cardboard box that's black, it has black duct tape all over it, and I'm like, oh shit, there's some people looking at me, and then I got to security, and they're like, what's in the box? I go, costume. They're like, customs? I go, no, costume, like Halloween costume. Like, okay, go. Like nothing, and I was like, wow, that was super easy. But
Yeah, good
Ash,
luck if that happened in US. You'll be like, they will do like cavity search.
cavity search, yeah. So I have a couple of drinks before that. But so Ash, he was coming from Amsterdam into I don't know if he flew into Paris or he's going straight to Spain, but he had the men's costume on him. He picked it up a couple days before he left to go to Amsterdam. He's stopping off there first to do pre-production stuff, and so with that costume, it had like all these cables and these wires, and they gutted them. And he's like, well, can we keep the pieces? And they're like, no. So like as soon as we got there, I had to go to work, and just rebuild a good portion of that costume.
Yeah, Ash was
So
telling me a little bit of that story. It's kind of crazy.
yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Bad
So
timing.
yeah, for sure. And so after we filmed, and they went back to Amsterdam, we came back here. Me and Ash, I think, were the only two from the States. And they were doing post production on it, and I was included on the Dropbox, so I had like all the concept art that Ash had done. So I modeled one of the bikes, and I textured it, rendered it, and I sent it to him. I'm like, hey guys, check this out. I want to. And they're like, don't do it, don't post that. And I was like, oh shit, they don't like this thing, like I didn't nail it. And so Post Panic came back about. Yo, can you hear me? Are you still
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, hello,
Can you hear me?
hello.
On the set.
Yeah. Okay. So after we got back from Spain, um, on the Dropbox they had all of Ash's concept art. So I modeled one of the bikes, and I don't know. This may be repeating from earlier, but um, I sent it to Post Panic and Ash and Anthony, and I was like, hey, check this out. And they were like, don't post it, don't post it. So then I thought they didn't like it. I was like, oh shit, I messed it up. Like I didn't nail it. And so they came back and they're like, we love the bike. We want to put it into the film. So like that part of the film, they kind of wrote that tail end of it. So
Yeah.
so I wasn't hired as a concept artist, but I kind of took the opportunity to kind of explore that option and just kind of pitched it out there, and I was able to capitalize on it. So that's where I kind of started to get noticed for concept art. It was kind of a break for me back then.
That's awesome. Yeah, like this is where you've what you've mentioned. It's pretty important for anyone who is trying to be in this industry.
Mm.
Um, you know, like when you spot an opportunity, like grab it. Like
Yeah,
don't let it go.
it's
And
see, it's seeing what's missing and how can I fill that.
yeah, exactly. And like throw like if you know that that's it's hard to know whether that's going to be a good thing or not,
Mm.
but sometimes the opportunity is so clear just by a sheer fact who you're working with, you know.
Mm. Yeah,
um
and working with Ash too, like when we were working on the costumes, like when they sent sketches, and we kind of had to figure out how we're going to make this live action,
mhm,
because some of because the illustrations are stylized, so like it doesn't translate one to one.
right.
So Ash, he was like, just make it look dope, and I was like, oh, this is the dream, this is like best art director ever.
Yeah,
So
that doesn't happen too often where you get just
no,
like, hey, just make it cool.
yeah. So I was able to just put all my DNA into it, and it came out looking pretty. I was pretty happy with it,
Hmm.
and it kind of just kind of started it from there. So the bikes were a lot of people liked that bike, and it was a different take, because the original sketch of it had like hubless rims, and so after they wanted to put it in the film, like me and Ash sat down, and he was like, well, let's redesign it like this, and let's try this, and then so we kind of developed it a little further to push the design.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Like once you spot that opportunity and you grab it, then
mm,
more opportunities will come, you know, because like uh you you throwing yourself in like I want to go and be on the set, like I want to be forefront of this project.
you got
And
to make it
you
happen.
know and you know you were budgeted for it, but many would think like, oh, it's not a feature film, like why would I care? It's like, you know,
Mm,
sometimes working on feature film does not mean you're going to be working on a quality product, you know, and that your work's going to
mm,
shine. More often than not,
yeah.
it's actually going to be, you know, uh it's going to be constrained by the reality of production, meaning, you know, you might have some work that's looking pretty decent that you have to put the extra time towards to actually polish that work, versus you know that's just like I don't think that happens that often um, where you can find moments where you can create that quality work, you know.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it's just like go 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 go, like we need it yesterday,
Yeah.
and it just happens so often. It's so annoying when you work on film, when you do a production, and you know,
Yeah. So kind of my mindset, because I do make films, and if I got funding to do a large scale film, um, with funding, the way that I think is missing right now is because everything is so big, everything's so large, it has to be fast design. So you don't get the quality, like every doorknob has to be like the super high tech
yeah,
um, the best design ever. So you have all these best designs that have ever been created, all fighting on for screen time. So it doesn't frame your important design choices in a
Exactly.
way that that's going to be successful, like on a from a viewer's point of view, like on an emotional or psychological feeling of the movie. The feel that you get from the movie. So, like for instance, on Lost Boy, like a lot of the background was it was designed, but it was framing all the tech in a way that it didn't detract
Yeah.
from the tech. So, and I'll tell you an interesting story about when I took the 1 month with John Park. There was a student in there, and a young cat, and he was asking me what franchise do you want to work on, and I gave him this old man glare, told him to get off my lawn, and told him, I'm like, that's the problem, like you want to work on somebody else's IP. Like, I want to work on Lost Boy because it hasn't been done yet. It's a new idea. And then I threw your series at him too, Showtime,
Hmm.
and I'm like, these are original ideas. This hasn't been solved yet. The problems to create this hasn't been solved yet. That's what I want to work on. I don't want to just work on in a pipeline, because they could get anybody to do that, and the fastest person is going to win.
Yeah.
Not in all cases, but
Yeah.
so
It's
it's
a weird
just a
industry,
mindset.
man. It's
Yeah, yeah,
weird. Like every now and then you're gonna find this opportunity to work on something fresh, you know?
yeah. So
Um,
there was that one movie. What was it? Is the guy who he had like a chip installed in his brain, and it was like taking control of him. He could fight all good now. What was the name of that movie? It
hmm,
came out like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
I can't remember. I don't know.
It's a super good movie. I mean, it was low budget, but it wasn't huge. But oh man, I forget the name of it now.
Was it like
But
a first person view movie? No.
no, no,
No, no, no.
no.
Okay. I don't know then.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It'll come to me after we get off the podcast.
But you get those
But
nuggets. You get those nuggets every now and then. You know, like you
yeah,
get
yeah.
those really, really fresh stories. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be. It doesn't have to be like sci-fi specifically. You know, like
Yeah.
I was rewatching Sicario, the first one,
Hmm.
recently. It's just like it's such a beautiful movie, and it's so well made, and it just goes like it's like a proof that once you gather the talent and
Hmm.
you tell the right story and you show it in the proper way, it can be
Yeah.
very impactful. You know, same with
Yeah.
the Ex Machina.
Mm.
There was such a there's no like major action pieces in there. There's no like explosions and like weird sci-fi concept design whatsoever. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
pretty toned down
the
as a movie.
guy in the chat, Upgrade.
Oh, gotcha.
David. Yeah, Upgrade. That was a movie.
I haven't watched that. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
check it
yeah. It
out
was
then.
it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, so
But
yeah, and
anyways, yeah. Go ahead.
taking that perspective, that's scaling it down. That's taking a step back. That's not moving forward. It's not forward motion. It's backward motion.
Yeah.
And that's what gives it flavor. So that's kind of what I mean is like viewing it through the negative. Always what's the problem, and then go the other way with it. And then go around to the back end. In the fashion industry, I reverse engineered things to figure out how it works. In order to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of us in concept art too, we have to kind of reverse engineer and I think schools teach forward learning, but they don't teach that backward learning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Reverse engineering sometimes gives you like fresh, well, not well, yeah, fresh perspective on what things really are, and also it helps to sort of like dispel your own assumptions. You know, it's like an assumption
Yeah,
killer
yeah,
because you might think you know a lot on how things are made, but then like you watch the making of, and then you realize like how little you know, and
mm,
especially on like the really well made productions, then you realize, oh wow, like they've they've came up with some sometimes like extremely creative ways means to actually get to the end result, and
Hmm.
sometimes like the most simple stuff that you would never think would work,
Yeah, yeah,
which is kind of crazy to to explore that and see how it's
yeah.
done. I think my favorite, there's two making ofs that, well, they were really well made. One from perspective of just like blowing your mind in terms of like how crazy production was, and then another one which is like a masterpiece of itself as being a documentary that not only blows your mind on how crazy production was, but also as a documentary is done like really really well. So the latter would be the Heart of Darkness, the making of Apocalypse Now, and
Hmm.
the former would be the making of Blade Runner,
Hmm.
the original one, 2020,
Hmm.
where like one of the craziest things that I've realized watching it is when they said, because like all of the street action, like most of it actually was done in downtown LA,
Hmm.
so they had to shut down specific blocks in order to record it, but it's all dressed like it's all like sci-fi, set design, and
Hmm.
they only had time to do it between like if I remember it correctly, between like I think 11 p.m. up all the way up till like 4 a.m. So like a
Hmm.
5 hour window, and that's it. Like they had to dress everything up, um, shoot, and then take it all apart, and then
Hmm.
open the street for traffic. And
It's
like
orchestra.
day by like, holy crap,
Yeah,
that's so intense.
you got to be efficient.
Yeah, gotta be like, so what you learned that is like, wow, that production must have been like super stressful.
Hmm.
And then like the Heart of Darkness, like they literally went to jungle and just like went
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
I'm
It's
sure that
super.
wasn't fun. That wasn't a fun movie to
Yeah,
make.
I really encourage everyone to watch the Heart of Darkness. It's the making of Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now by itself, it's a great movie. But like I almost sometimes feel that the documentary about it is even better.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, it's pretty crazy.
yeah.
Dude, we've been minus hiccups talking for a while now, and I'm gonna eventually have to get back to work. But
Right.
we got a couple of questions. Maybe we should jump onto those.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with like a healthy QA. It's been a pretty interesting conversation. We got some pretty cool topics, and I hope the audience that was listening to it live and eventually later on found it pretty interesting. But let's jump into questions. I might have missed actually some of the topics that were brought up in the beginning, because as I said, it just crashed, so I had to restart. But let's start with first one that is actually available. It's from Keiko's. I'm kind of worried about. I'm not sure if it's related to us specifically. Might be related more to me. So let me read it at
Mhm.
the end. Actually,
Okay.
let's see. For Patrick, since you were self-taught without a group of artists to learn with, what did you do to get feedback and improve your work while learning concept art?
That's a work in progress. Like I'm still trying to get get in circles. It's not an easy thing. That's probably the hardest part about getting into the industry a little bit later is trying to connect with because like if you're giving feedback to a young person, you're like, oh, it's a young person. They're learning. You want to throw them a bone, but an older guy, you don't get that bone. So that's kind of one of the more difficult things. I'm just trying to find different ways to network and connect with people. In my case, I think I've gotten a lot of good feedbacks about the motorcycles, and
Right.
so that kind of opened up a lot of doors for me
Mm-hmm.
with the Lost Boy as well. So that's how I met David Levy, is through the Lost Boy costumes.
Yeah, David is
So
such a good guy. I love that guy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of because like you've joined pretty late, and I remember
Mm,
when I was learning and getting into the industry, it was a completely different story, because like we would have
mm,
forums,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it was so much easier to get feedback because you would post your work, and it was like those are very few places that you would get that, so a lot of people knew about it, and
yeah, yeah,
and they were interested in that specifically. With like social media, it's almost impossible to actually get any feedback at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
usually, oh, it looks cool, or like,
yeah, yeah,
or like the comments that annoy me the most. It looks like X, Y, and Z.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, why did you
And
post
it
that?
and also like the level of conversations, like a lot of the conversations of like people coming out of college. Like I've had those conversations a long time ago, so it seems like a little bit of repetition,
Yeah,
and so um, yeah, it's just finding topics that you can relate to, because I'm from a different generation. So like one a joke to me that's funny won't be funny to this guy.
yeah, yeah. Cool. Next question is, do you think someone who doesn't go through school of design can get into the industry? If so, what are the qualities required?
Well, I mean, I didn't really go to a design school,
Yeah, me neither.
yeah. So like my one thing that I think helped was my dad owned a body shop, so like I was always around mechanical stuff. So like that's kind of what enabled me to build. So I built physical things, and then once I got into doing it in 3D, it just things fell into place. It
Yeah,
made sense to me. So design isn't just it's not just concept art. I mean, it's all your experiences.
exactly. That's
I'm
so true.
yeah. I'm not too. I'm a little marinated. I'm a little older, so I'm a little marinated. So
Yeah, design is something that obviously you can learn principles of the design, right?
yeah,
And then observe, 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 and then learn how those principles are being applied. But then
yeah,
finding your own language is basically, it's like, I don't know, for lack of a better word would be comparing it to, let's say, jiu-jitsu, right? Where you start
mhm,
and you learn and you repeat yourself hundreds of time before
yeah,
you master that move, and that's only one move, and then you have to master many of the moves, in many of the
mhm,
drilling moves, and then you have to create a sequence of them, and once you create a sequence of them, then you actually know what to do when you're rolling with someone, right?
yeah.
um,
And,
the
and and to
same with
take
the
that
design.
and to take that another step further, like the guys who have an edge up, they're good at graphic design. Because like even Ash started out as graphic design, and look how solid his stuff looks.
Yeah,
So once you get into 3D, then you're just arranging large, medium, small shapes.
yeah,
So if you're trained in graphic design, I think you could totally tell the guys have a lot better presentation.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Ash always had like amazing presentation skills. Actually,
Mm,
when I met Ash, and apart from us running business together, but just knowing him for many years now, and
mm,
and seeing how he approaches everything and how much attention he puts into small details like presentation itself as well,
yeah,
is, yeah, that was like a huge inspiration for me, because like I've never, I always thought about, okay, I was just going to do a concept and post it, and then the presentation skills come in, and it's like, okay, like it actually does matter how you
yeah.
present your work, because,
Makes a big difference.
yeah, and it makes you think about your work specifically as well, because you look at, let's say, you've done an illustration or something, or a design, and then you decide like, it's like, I'm gonna just leave those rough edges, nobody will notice, but
Hmm.
guess what, if you would actually put that extra detail, maybe nobody would notice that extra detail is there, but they would definitely notice that there's something different about the design that makes it like really compelling, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Body language. It's like body
Exactly.
language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see if there's more questions. I missed a lot from the beginning because of the restart, so my apologies to that. But let's read that one question that was in the beginning that I said I'm gonna read at the end. I'm kind of worried about getting a visa to US and working in house. I'll be good eventually, but I'll never have university diploma. How am I? How am I to help myself with the visa? So actually, I'll answer this question really quickly. I mean, for working in the industry, you technically do not need a diploma. For visa purposes, it's tricky because it counts towards the visa application. I actually have a podcast. I did a podcast with Alex Neonakis and the lawyer that was helping her to get her green card, I believe. And we went into immigration into U.S. On a very detailed level. So I really recommend going into the history of the episodes. I think it was episode like maybe around 50 or 40. Um, but you will definitely find it. It should be labeled as U.S. immigration. You'll definitely find it there. It's one of the episodes with Alex Neonakis. So definitely check that out because we talk about that very topic, and it's like 2 hour conversation. It's gonna you're gonna find more information in that episode than me trying to answer that question once again. I don't think there are any more questions. Again, like we've lost a couple of them in the beginning. I'll tell you one thing. I'm almost thinking about just pre-recording. Some of the episodes because it's just when episodes like that happen where when you run into technical issues, you just basically resume and then edit it and it's ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't get into that stress of like something's not working, and you can measure your audio and qualities a little better. So
Mm-hmm.
that definitely helps. But anyways, dude, I'm glad I had you on the show.
Yes, sir. Thanks
It
for
was
having
it
me.
was long overdue.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's we had some really good conversations. Some really good topics we spoke about, and I hope um, I hope those of you guys who are listening live and are listening um, on other avenues later on, or you found something that might inspire you, or maybe nudge you towards the right direction, because that's really what it matters. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of gave up on the idea of like, hey, let me inspire you to do something good or do something better. I think the best way to approach it is like, I hope I can inspire people and nudge them in the right direction. Doing the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I wish, like I'm telling you, like when I was learning to become an artist, and to find my voice in this industry, I wish I had a podcast like mine, obviously. But no, but generally, like there was for many years. Like now, it's super easy to find. There's so many good podcasts out there
Mm-hmm.
from different artists, and if you do your research, you'll find like really good ones. My we spoke about Ash. Like he has Collective Podcasts, which is one of the better ones out there. I think it's like one of the most professional ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Presentation, graphic
yeah, yeah.
design.
There you go. But yeah, it's those are I guess the nuggets, like the speaking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I think that matters because it just gives you a little bit of an insight and dispels the myths. I think like
Yeah,
when you mentioned fashion industry, that was exactly the thing. It's like there's the good and the bad, and
yeah.
you only hear
And
the
it,
surface level.
yeah, and it's all valuable. And like I said, I think being in the muck is more valuable than being up top.
Exactly. Cool. Let's wrap it up here. I'll edit this so we can cut that part that never happened.
All right. We'll never speak of it again.
Yeah, never speak of it again. Dom dom dom. Someone asked if there was a podcast or live stream with Steve Wang, and that's gonna happen on Friday. So guys, stay tuned. We're gonna announce that, and that's in relation to the new Learn Squirt course that just came out today, which I'm gonna shamelessly plug in. You guys should go on www.learnsquirt.com. We just released new course. It's been long overdue. We have, I don't know, I think we have like 10 or 12 courses in works, but they all decided, like all of those decided to be like delayed. So we've just released the second one for this year, but I can guarantee it's a really good one. And we'll talk with Steve and break that down. So it's gonna be on Friday, 100%. So you guys just keep your eyes peeled. We'll announce that later in the week on the exact time and location. Anyone who joined us live today or is listening on Spotify, iTunes, you name it. I'm actually redistributing this podcast on quite a few platforms. So if you go on artcafe.tv, you'll find all of them. So YouTube obviously is the main one, then Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, and iTunes. You'll find it there, so you can listen to it on your favorite one. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed the show, please consider supporting it by subscribing and pressing that like button or whatever, leaving comments. All of those things help. Speaking of algorithms, help to make the podcast reach more people. Let's put it this way. And if you feel more adventurous, then I've set up a Patreon for the podcast as well. And it's just like a set and forget kind of deal, where if you feel like you're getting a good value out of what's going on here, and you feel like you want to support the podcast, then you have an opportunity to do that via Patreon, which is going to be linked in the once I'm done with this. It's going to be linked in the description of the video, or if you go to any other videos, any other podcast episodes, the link is there as well. It's, I believe, patreon.com/artcafetv. Anyways, thanks guys for being here. Thanks Nino for being here, and let's wrap it up.
Thanks again for having me. Thanks guys.
Yep. Take care guys.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.